Hello.
Hello.
We're all very excited, but mainly I'm the most excited because we're playing Red Hand of Doom again. Hooray! Yay!
Not by choice. We just isolated him. It's the only thing we could do.
That's right. You can see all the begrudging looks from my fellow players.
We rolled
kind enough.
I thought we were playing Call of Cthulhu.
Yeah,
Well, we were going to play Maelstrom, and then Ben came through with this
okay.
idea.
I think I've got the wrong background.
Yeah.
I love the way your backgrounds reflect your characters. It's lovely, especially Nathan's brick wall. What you read into that?
Gosh.
You know what? I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think how that works, but you know what? Gonna go with it.
I like the
Excellent.
fact that I'm the GM. Can you say anything against me?
Yeah. Waha, especially in the current circumstances where they were left off in the previous episode,
Yes.
which people have seen more recently than us, because it's actually been quite a long time between that episode and today for us as players. But
Well, I wasn't
we
in the
shall
last
find
one.
out. Yeah, you weren't, Eve, so it's even longer between drinks for you. So should we hit it?
Fair point.
Let's go for it.
Yeah.
Well, we're all here.
If you want to
We're
If you want
recording.
a review of what the heck's happening and where we're up to, I think, look at episode the two before this one. I think it might be 13. And there was quite a thorough recap of who the heck we are and why we're being where we are and all that sort of stuff. But we join Nathan's character, Menu, stuck in the swamp, left behind as the PCs went off to deal with much more important stuff and flew off into the distance. Him and two of his sort of compatriot elves gave up their owls gracefully so that the party could fly to the Tirikitor island and tell them about the news about the Red Hand, yada, 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 yada.
And everything's been successful, right?
Right? You will find out at some point.
I'm just going to assume success. That's how I roll.
It's always the safest thing. Sort of the day stretches into dusk and into night, and a fire is lit, I presume. Biting insects start to appear. You don't have your normal sort of supply of elf biting insect repellent, and you're just getting a little bit miserable and thinking you've been ignored.
I don't have any elf biting insect repellent.
No, that's right. No, Nathan doesn't.
Oh, I'm going to go to the shop.
Any elf biting.
That's right.
Insect repellent.
So
eventually, fortunately, swooping out of the sky, Nathan, comes a quartet of owls, almost completely silent, of course, as owls are quite freakily able to do so. But they alert their presence to you by one of your elf friends who says, "Ho, Menu, we are come for you, finally." I don't know why he sounds like that, but that's how he sounds, and I'm sticking with it.
You know what? I'm just like yelling out, "Thank God!" But
that's right. They come angling in and make a graceful but still relatively heavy, since these things are the size of horses, landing on the small island. This, of course, the island, the place, the horrible place where that elf brother was killed by this freakish dragon kin thing, Razfiend.
Wasn't good.
Brother, come back to the here's transport for you. Mount up and we shall return to these insects are terrible, they're biting me.
All I'm doing the entire time is complaining, go, "Oh my God, where?" And I'm just like trying to wipe off the muck from my flight robes as I get on, and the owl's obviously very pissed that I jump on the back covered in mud. And then for the entire trip back, I'm like, you wouldn't believe it. So there were fleas and mosquitoes and 20 minutes, half an hour later when we're landing, he's just had a bit enough of my complaining. But I managed to tell him everything.
Excellent.
Where every bite was and where it chafed when you walked and how wet clothes don't dry right.
The owl's going to need some serious going over when it,
some therapy. Owl therapy.
Absolutely. And forgetting the gnats out and things like that. You land on the gorgeous, beautiful, wonderful. Hang on, I'm just bringing up the sound. The lovely island that is home to you. Well, so it's kind of like to you were banished. Yeah. To you were banished.
No,
recently,
I'm not.
Of course.
Well, no, I just a subtle disagreement. That's where we're at.
Yes. If everyone might recall, Menu took a scouting mission. And because he was young and ambitious and a little foolish, took the scouting mission way further to the west than he was supposed to. And they discovered an enormous army.
Do you know what that's
called? The
Red
Hand Army. And
Scouting.
one of his fellow scouts was shot out of the air, and they lost him, and he had to return with a arrow cut owls and a missing team member, and has been banished because of his foolishness and the lies he's apparently told about this Red Hand existing.
So anyway, I go in there. First thing I do is I have a bath. Second thing I do is
you
I get
arrive.
my clothes. Yep.
Excellent. Before you go and have a bath, Kilair Arrowsmith walks up to you and says, Menu, you keep strange company.
I say, walk with me, and we walk towards the bath. But while I do,
you are most welcome. But for a brief time, I feel you should follow your friends, for they have abandoned our cordiality with brusque words and strange actions.
But they tell truth. The army is coming. They've done much damage. I've seen, and I just
yeah.
So
Selria, the beautiful elf maiden, says they have a dark edge about them, especially the elderly wizard who you keep company with. He's a strange fellow, and he makes me feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, no, he does that to everyone. Human, elf, dwarf. He's a special wizard.
I'm not sure I like the flavor of his blood. Kilair says, we are glad we have freed you of their company. We feel you have been banished from this tribe for long enough, and perhaps you need some advice and reteaching so you know the ways of purity. And I just go along and I just think, and a bath. Just purity bath, clean, no chafing, no rubbing, Your previous companions has headed off with one of our boats to the Rest Town Hall, seeking a phylactery of all things, they mentioned. But we fear that their sense of tactics is so misguided to approach this place in the broad daylight, they will not survive long.
They are like children. Yeah. Children, I say.
Yes.
We merely
walking this world from flash of time before they expire once more into the dirty soil from whence they came.
It's like they don't know how to roll properly. You know what I mean? They
roll? What do you mean roll?
As a party, roll. It's like it's a form of movement. You're not flying, you're rolling.
You've been gone from us for such a short time, and your language is already perverted into this worldly speak that the young people use.
These humans. And the wizard's nothing. The others are more weird. There's a dragonborn. There's a monkey druidy rangery person who's very confused about his identity.
Yes, well, Jaw.
And there's
Jaw
the
is
other
a good
one
fellow. We have relied on Jaw for many a year to understand what has happened in this region.
Throw an emoji at him, Nathan. Throw an emoji at him. Hashtag him, baby.
Jaw has always kept a close eye on the Witchwood, and he is trustworthy and true, and hence his reports of this Red Hand army as being a real thing are very disturbing to us.
It is a very disturbing thing, and we need to prepare ourselves for war.
War, well, yes, the elves will defend ourselves if this is the way that humankind has gone. We shall keep to ourselves. But anyway, head for a bath. You stink, and you have lice crawling on your neck.
5 hours later, I come out like a goddess covered with silk.
Glowing.
And I feel a guilt about the fact that I have led these simpletons to die, because without me and my leadership, they will simply fall to the weakness of the Red Hand.
I'm sure this is true.
And as a superior race, we need to take these minions under our embrace and teach them the ways of the. I'm so glad you guys aren't here. This is amazing. So I go along and say I go along and do the whole dramatic moment of I don't want to, but maybe I should go back.
Are you saying this to Kilair, to the boss?
Whoever's listening, honestly, I'm just being dramatic in the middle of the street, trying to get as much attention as possible.
This is kind of only fair because we did throw Nathan under the bus in the last episode. So,
you come across Trelara.
Mm-hmm.
You were on a scouting mission when you discovered the party to find Trelara's brother, which of course is what you found the dead body of Trelara's brother.
Yes, and it's been reported.
You find her weeping softly. By the night tree. It's a thing. And
absolutely.
She says, Brother Menu, it is good to see you return safely.
I have. With great
Power.
issues and concerns about this world out there. I'm sorry about your brother.
This dragon fiend. What is this thing that preys on our people?
It is part dragon, part magic.
You speak with such clarity.
These humans
my soul
have
black
influenced my soul and language.
Of crystal clear clarity.
Let me tell you, there's this one who just keeps adding to every conversation, and it's... he's not here. It's okay. I'm free.
No.
Is it true? Is it really true that there is an army of these things coming towards the east from the mountains?
Tens of thousands of them.
This is terrible indeed. Kilaire says we must keep to ourselves, but how can we defend the Elsia Vale if we will not contribute? Surely if the human settlements are overrun, they will come briefly then to the elf colonies and hunt us out. We form a symbiont circle, us and the humans.
Yes. They're simple, but they're good for dying in front of us when we kill them.
You what?
They have some meat wall or something like that. Anyway, they're good for some things in war, and we need numbers. So, yes, we need to partner with them.
Yes, but Kilaire says we must not, that we must keep to ourselves and let them suffer the fate that their brief lives inevitably bring.
Well, that is incredibly wrong. We need to stand together as one, or this world will fall.
They even dismissed your friends so briefly and sharply. They were very peculiar indeed, and they had this strange darkness with them, and they had undead creatures with them in a bag. It was all very strange.
I'm just sitting there going, you know what, guys? I'm just mentally noting this. You know what, guys? You've made it real easy for me. I appreciate that. Carrying around dead bodies in a bag, that'll help. Yeah. So yeah, they're a little quirky.
That laughter in the background.
A little alternative. And with their hipster moustaches and everything. But look, in the end, they are of good heart, and they are fighting for the right and what we are living for.
They are heading into the rest. They are heading into the rest waters.
The what?
In the rest waters, to the rest town hall in broad daylight. I fear that if there is truly a force
Did somebody try and stop them?
No, Kilaire told us to be silent, and I did obey. I'm afraid I feel guilty now. They're surely going to their certain doom. We could have helped them. We could have flown them there on owls. We could have done it by the night time. There are so many ways they could have gained our assistance if they had not got Kilaire offside so quickly.
What did they do? Give me a 30-second summary. Did they break every rule?
Well, the human from Brindle tipped dead bodies out onto the table, and they animated in front of us, and it was terrifying. It was a darkness and a foul stench of death and animated necromancy on this very island.
See, this is what happens when I leave them.
And the Dragonborn just kept going on and on and on about his tools. It's very confusing.
Yeah, that's very normal.
Yeah.
Was he like, I need to find the whatever the hell he was looking for again?
And I fear Jaw. I know Kilaire trusts Jaw, but Jaw seems to be more and more senile every day.
No, that bit's fair.
That's fair.
It's all been fair.
That's fair. That's them. They're my friends. I mean,
that's an accurate description.
My minions.
You must stop talking to me and go after them, lest they suffer a terrible fate any moment.
I have no more additional information.
Yeah.
Okay, where's your owl?
The morning is breaking.
May I to be able to swiftly do so? May I borrow your owl for transportation there?
You may take my owl, Menu. I ask but one thing.
Yes.
That's where you click the dialogue button, Nathan.
Don't kill it like you did the last one.
You're breaking.
No. Find me a Raz fiend and run it through for my brother.
I will bring back some form of identification of this creature that you know nothing about.
Everybody write down that we're going to be fighting a Raz fiend at some point, please, just so we know, not to metagame.
And also that we have to cut off some bit of it and take it back to show some elf.
Excellent. Also, none of us are there, so no one write that.
No one except for Nathan write that down.
Yeah.
I
So
trust
good
Nathan.
metagaming that we're not metagaming.
Yes, yeah. Johnny, since you're not there, can you note down TRELLARA?
But are there any scouts loyal who would be able to come accompany me to go over and make sure that they are okay? Maybe they can bring word back about the
I'm afraid Killer's wrath is still hot, and his feelings hurt. He would not send help after them. But perhaps if you can show that you have availed against this Red Hand and cleared the rest waters of their fell influence, perhaps I can speak to him while you are gone.
But is there anyone who can fly with me to make sure that I land safely? It is an elven custom that people leave here in the best of intentions unless they carry body bags in bodies or whatever the hell the wizard did.
Very strange. It was awful, in fact. His actions made my hair stand on end. On my neck. It made the hairs on my neck stand on end.
Well, okay, I will take your owl, and I will go and speak to the scouts and see if they can accompany me to the edge of the elven.
Excellent.
So this guy named Al comes out. G'day, I'm Al.
What's today?
Nice.
Can I go to the scouts and say that they should accompany me out of the elvish area? Just, for safety of their guests.
For meat shields, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So you go to your friends who came and picked you up.
Yep. And brothers, I ask of only one more thing. Accompany me to me so I can find the what are they called?
Where are you going?
I'm guilted.
You have been returned to the island, and Killer has declared that you must stay here and have your mind fixed from your peculiar language that you use and your strange friends you have fallen in with.
Yes, well, Mother always did say that I fell into the bad crowds, but I must go to them now because they are fighting the true fight.
No, you must remain here. Stay. I'm glad you came and asked us. Now we can apprehend you and stop you from going. What owl were you going to use anyway, since yours is dead?
Oh, well, I'm going to be flying off in about 30 minutes. So you better get all your stuff ready.
No, Menu, you must remain here.
Okay.
Stay here while we fetch Killer.
I will see you in 30 minutes in the air. Until then.
Is there a roll or something that can happen on this?
Yeah. Well, are you attempting anything other than
a bluff?
I'm
bluff.
bluffing.
Yes. Give me a bluff check.
15 plus.
Which is
Persuasion.
I forgot about dice.
Fast,
Sorry, John.
I was just thinking, I was just trying to think of.
Waste of force the DM's
18.
hand. That's what you were trying to think.
Well, I was just trying to think of anything that could actually work in this circumstance.
Yes. So I'm bluffing them into being ready to, and so when I fly.
20.
Roll the die and tell me.
I did. I rolled an 18.
You fail.
18. Benjamin is 18. Oh.
They seem completely convinced that you. I believe you, Nathan. They seem completely convinced that that you're going to leave in half an hour. Cool. Oh wow, that's cool.
So, Ben, in 20 minutes. In 20 minutes, I get on the owl and make sure everything's ready.
Yep. So you quickly go to Ilian to Trilara's owl. Yep.
And
she keeps.
I write a note.
House.
Note.
Sorry, no. So you run over to the owlery.
I get ready.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll steer.
And you saddle it up, and just as you're almost finished your preparations, The saddle is on. You've got your weapons and your equipment back on, your armor, which you've very hurriedly done. You see Kilaire and your two friends casually, but as quickly as possible, walking towards you.
I wait. I say, brothers, stand back. I have to do this. It's for the, for the greatness of whatever. I've got to go. And I pull my helmet down.
What you should say is, I am a tool for good. Come on, man.
I
have to find the tool for good.
Menu, stand down.
I stand up.
You start to take off. You stand up, yes. The owl
and I start to take off, but I go really slowly, so they get a chance to get on their owls. And then with them in tail, because I was the head of the scouts, I've got a bit of flying experience. I kind of fly down and make sure that they're just on my tail the entire time as I head towards where I know they are.
It'll take the mages to saddle up.
And then I have a moment in my brain, speaking directly to camera, going, brothers, I bring help.
Oh, nice.
Fade to black.
So, that's fantastic. I love it. So back to the swamp. So you guys were haphazardly and chaotically and confusingly hurtling through the water.
Wow. That's judgment. What judge?
This is someone who doesn't understand the plan of the players describing what they think they see.
I like it.
Can I be honest? What he described you when you met the elves, that wasn't...
Yeah, that was all fine, but we have a real plan here.
You have a real plan, and it's being executed beautifully. I love it. Okay, I'm going to believe that completely.
Good. Nice. I would like some inspiration, please.
Excellent. I'm going to give Murray an inspiration point just for that self-belief. I think it's fantastic.
Wow.
As I recall,
sorry, Nathan.
Advantage.
As I recall, we had just leapt off the boat.
Yes.
Is that right?
I was as a GM trying to desperately justify the fact that I denied John the chance to cast his fog and all sorts of stuff because I'd skipped 500 sort of feet of movement, and then and I suppose I justified that in my own mind by imagining the boat sort of rocking and twisting as it was in the water, which is super cool. I can bring up the map, which is not there, which I can drag that down. Should do it, I think.
Timotheus and I are at the top of the tower, and we've just killed the hobgoblins that were there. Is that correct?
Timotheus and you, that's right, are flying around outside the top of the tower. There's only one hobgoblin alive.
Oh, and I was in the, Timotheus was flying, and I think I
breath weapon through, and a guy caught on fire that
does sound like you.
Theoden. And I'm just having trouble dragging this image. And fell out. Another guy died, and there's one guy there who's still frantically beating on the bell, which is ringing.
Right. So have I dismounted into the tower?
Not yet. I don't believe so. I don't recall that happening.
Okay. I thought I was dismounted, but okay. I'm going to dismount.
Yeah. So you're going to leap off into under the top of the tower.
And
so I'm just trying to rearrange layers here.
Sorry, I think I can do it for you.
Ooh.
Like that.
Oh, how'd you do that? Yes, that's just not the right map, though. I see what you can say. I can go order or something. Order.
Yeah, send backwards.
Okay, yep. Okay, I'm going to send it to the back. Order, send to back. Okay, and I can send this one to back as well. You're right. That'll do it. Order, send to back.
Right, one more.
Riveting viewing. Hooray!
There we go.
You're saying you've leapt off and you're in the tower here, and there's a hobgoblin there who's ringing the bell. Mm-hmm. The others have come. That's right. Their boat is curved up with the port side appropriately, and a massive wash of water, which causes this ad hoc sort of dock that's been built around kind of near the top of level 1 of this flooded bell tower complex.
Cool. How tall is this tower?
The tower sticks about 20 feet out of, 2 stories up out of the water, and there's presumably another 20 feet or so below.
Right.
10 feet or so below the water at this point, because the bell tower, the lookout tower has actually been built on a little hill.
Nice.
And then we were in initiative order. So I wonder if the initiative order is actually preserved. And do people know their hit points and things? I think okay, good. Initiative. I have the initiative. The monsters were 23. Then it's Derek next, and then Johnny, and then Murray, and then John. Okay.
Cool.
I'm going to hit up this music. I can almost hear the start. Okay, good. So, let's go into initiative order. And that, okay, so we'll say the monsters all had their turn because that was all the narrative. As you said, you as I said before, you heard the sound of sort of roaring and people scrabbling to get into action from inside the tower complex. And you can see those guys on the map, fortunately. The guys standing banging the bell. You heard various different responses and cries from the rest town hall, which is a little bit further forward to the north and up the map.
Red Hand?
And then you heard as well the distant roar of a rather dangerous sounding monster.
I wonder if that's a Raz fiend.
It may be. What do you do, Derek, Corin?
I shout to my fellow adventurers as all of this wash is occurring around us. Shall I take the tower?
Yeah.
Anyone?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's enough. That's enough. Good. What do you do, Corin?
All right, I run to here, and I'm looking to leap across to the tower.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay, you can do that easily. That's great. So you just clamber off the boat. You've actually spat out onto the thing. You run across this platform which has water washing over it. The tide's a bit higher today. And yeah, you leap over to there. Excellent. And so there's one more level up high you'll have to scale. You can either run into the underside of the tower from the door that's kind of there, let's say, and then run up the stairs to get up to the top level where that's happening. Excellent.
Gotcha.
I don't know why, but I've got the Futurama devil in my head. You'll find on level 2. The musical version.
I love it. Fagrin?
Oh, me already?
Yes, you cast a flaming sphere, didn't you? At the last thing we did, up into the upstairs.
Yeah, I did. So
Do you want to roll that to wherever you want it or whatever?
I don't think I have a token for it on this map, but
That's
we
right.
can imagine.
You can imagine that it's on top of that hobgoblin.
Yes.
Which one?
On the
The
top
one
of the
that's in the
tower.
bell tower that you're running up to.
The one that's ringing the
That's
bell.
why I asked if you wanted me to go up there. If anybody else had taken
I'm
the
not
tower.
up there. I've just got a
That's
spear
right.
up there.
He didn't have time to respond. That's fine. I mean, yeah, when you call out for tactics, people can respond instantly or not. Excellent.
playing with
Yeah,
these
so I'm
balls.
going to roll my spear over that hobgoblin that's ringing the bell.
Excellent. So he has to make a dex save. Is that right?
Yes.
I just said dex save.
Save 14.
14. I just said that so smoothly without even being tempted to call it a reflex save. He makes it, so only takes half damage. Is that right?
Yeah, half damage. Half of 2d6.
Okay. Half 2d6.
You want me to roll the d6s?
Go for it.
So I rolled 8, so that's 4.
4 damage. Okay, excellent. Thank you. So yeah, a sphere of fire, which you love, Murray, your character, Maya Stan. Just comes bursting, rolling. You're familiar with this wonderful action of your compatriot.
Fabulous.
That all bodes very, very well. Bringing up next-ish. You, Murray.
Right. Timotheus, flying around, he's going to fire his tail spikes. Three of his tail spikes, he's got 24, are going to fly into this hobgoblin.
Oof. Okay,
So...
AC 18.
Okay, that is a 17, 17, 23, and 14. So one hits.
Yep.
1d8. 1d8 plus 3. Nice. 9 damage.
Wow, the spectacularly awesome sound of tail spikes flying past your ears. If you had hair, it would go up a little bit.
My
so
scales,
coordinated.
Flutter.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. That's fantastic. Awesome.
Maya
And they just thud into the body of this hobgoblin.
Right. Mayarstan, however, pulls out his Get Yankee longsword, which is a tool for good.
Excellent.
And being intelligence intelligence 7, he decides...
He thinks he's intelligence 9, but really.
he's going to bring the tower down. So he basically is going to stab at the feet of the hobgoblin into the middle of the tower and cast Thunderous Smite to basically bring the entire tower down.
Derek's really...
Of course, he's unaware that Warren has leapt onto the tower. We clearly didn't talk about this beforehand. And the idea is that he will then dive out of the collapsing tower and catch a ride on Timotheus, but he hasn't communicated that to Timotheus either.
Excellent.
So,
okay, give me a roll on the floor.
Okay, so this is Thunderous Smite. Attack on the floor. Love it. Floor attack. Here we go. Oh my god, you would not believe a natural 20.
Oh! Talk about making an outlandish sounding plan work. Excellent.
I'm sure Derek's got good decks, don't you? You're
Dude,
right.
Yeah, he has. I'm however not so good.
You destroy the floor all around the base where this hobgoblin's standing. It just like disappears, and he's hanging there for a moment in disbelief in midair, and he comes crashing through and lands on the level that Derek's just about to run into.
Right.
Yeah, with a 20 and a huge explosion of divine energy, it goes radiating out, and the wood that's holding, they're like just pillars holding above the handrail kind of thing. 3 of those explode into splinter, and the roof of the tower just starts to angle down on one side, and it starts to twist horribly, and there's a creaking sound. The rotted woods beneath, which has been sitting in the swampy water for a couple of hundred years already, are only too keen to give away, and the whole tower starts to slowly slide. Awesome. Derek, surely that means it's your turn.
Oh, we're back to me already. Oh, wow.
No, you already had the turn. Good, so we need to go to
George.
Johnny. No, Johnny had a turn too.
Yep.
John.
Okay. So where am I in this picture?
You are...
Which one are you?
Have I not put you in yet? Okay, I'll do that then.
One of these two down the bottom? No.
Hang on. John.
That's Jaw, isn't it?
Aww. So I only have a JPEG. How did you send me your thingy?
I emailed it to you.
Okay, good. I'll bring that up in the meantime. But here you are for the moment.
Yep, that's me.
Good.
Okay, so these 3 hobgoblins are on the 2nd level up, is that right? Or what are they, these 3 icons?
No, they're in this level. So there's probably a door somewhere. No, there's no door because, of course, we're up in the air, aren't we? This is like the 2nd level. But you can walk through the wall just here if you want to.
Okay, I'm gonna leap through, tumble through. What does Nathan call it? Roll through, as humans are wont to do.
It's like you roll through. You keep rolling.
And I'm gonna strike out at the first one with my quarterstaff.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I remember you having... Yeah, that's right. I remember you having a quarterstaff. That makes sense. Okay.
So I think I went through a phase where I was actually... It was just a brief teenage phase of being a different type of character.
Excellent. Yeah, I agree.
And then I found my character again.
Everybody finds their place.
Everyone does. Yeah, and I'm gonna... I've got 2 attacks. So I'm gonna send 2 quarterstaff blows into this hobgoblin.
AC 18.
Oh, natural 20 and a miss. So obviously a 4. Yeah, I pretty much miss. I definitely missed on the second one. So what's that? That's 1d4 plus 8. So how does that work in this one again? So it's just
you roll the dice twice and add the damage once.
Yep, cool. All right, so d8 times 2 then. 2d8. They're not much. So that is 6 plus... So that's 10 points of damage. Bludgeoning damage as I give him a double thwack across the face and knock a few teeth flying.
Yeah, oh, so yeah, he was busily, very rapidly putting on some armor, and he's just got it over, and then he hears you come through, only just barely by a scuffle, and to his disadvantage, he turns around to receive the blow across the face, and yeah, teeth. What teeth he had? He actually had names for the teeth he had left. They go scattering across the room.
They're a family.
Go on. What are the names?
Philip and Dave.
Andrew and
Andrea.
Andrew and Andy and Andrea. Yes, they're parted from him.
It's
finally.
more like Andrew now.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Andrew.
And Andrew.
Yeah. Oh, that's horrible. The sound is horrible, but satisfying in its crunch. Excellent. So, that's the scene you see, Nathan, as you come
Hang on a
gliding in with your owl.
Hang on, Johnny's got something.
I have a little point of order.
Oh.
Where's Doug, Pete, and Skinny Pete?
Yeah.
They're in the boat.
Okay, I shall quickly find something to represent them.
Hobgoblins.
I should have
Go on,
moved
John.
them on my turn, but I...
No.
Cover the dead air, John. Go.
Okay, I'm going to use these guys.
Good work, John.
I think it's
What?
maybe my go.
Are they in the boat?
They're in the boat. Yes.
Yeah, they're in the boat with us.
Okay, good. But Nathan's turn first. So you're up in the air, Nathan, and you see this. What the first thing you see is a great bubbling wake behind this boat, and then a kerfuffle around this what looks like a bell tower, and you see the PCs, so your friends.
In my head, I'm like, oh, so I found them.
You found them, and yeah, what do you want to do? You want to come gliding in?
So I'm gliding into my owl, and I'm and I'm going to see. So this is the whole thing's exploding, right? The whole thing's like
yes, that's right. The
crashing
bell
down.
tower. You start to see it buckle. Yeah, you see the roof just suddenly go ka-chunk and fall down on one side.
And I'm looking for a window to see if anybody's going to jump out. And I'm going to delay my turn to be able to time it so I can swing down and grab someone out of the window.
Yes. So you're somewhere here. That sounds very nice and kind and considerate. Excellent. That brings up the monsters. This guy's the guy in the bell tower has just hit the deck and is dazed.
Well, he's kind of gone through one deck and then isn't he now below?
Yeah, he's lying in a heap of wood.
Somebody
this
shuffled his
hobgoblin
deck.
Quickly turns round and rushes with his vicious-looking longsword and attacks John's character. Two of them do, in fact. The guy without any teeth anymore. And they roll a 22 and a 17.
Yeah, hit on both of them.
Oh, really? Ow. Wow, a 1 and a 3. So 4, I presume you're all full on stamina, are you?
Sorry?
You have all your
Full
stamina?
health.
I do.
Full health? Yeah, awesome. So yeah, so they sort of come rushing at you with vicious, quite surprising instant aggression, as if they've been triggered.
So how much damage did you say?
4.
4, yeah.
But you're able to stagger back out of the way, and their blades don't cut home. And that's all of them. Okay, cool. So that brings up Derek.
So this guy is dazed at the bottom of the tower.
Yes.
Can I rush in and get a sneak attack on him?
Go for it. Absolutely. You definitely have both advantage on the roll and yeah, go for it.
So I got a natural 20. Oh my goodness, what does that mean for a sneak attack?
It means you get sneak attack damage plus double dice on the hit.
Wow.
Okay.
It's just narrative catastrophe for him, basically.
So it's we start out with 14 points of damage.
Excellent. That's enough to kill him. Do you want to describe his demise?
All right. Well, it is a fairly quick and efficient slicing of the neck, and his neck sort of rolls across the floor as the whole room sort of shakes and starts to buckle. Excellent. And can I run past him and leap out of the
Yep, into the water.
Well, into space.
Yep.
Hoping that maybe something will happen and come and snatch me up.
Well, Timotheus has to choose between you and me, so
There's another man on an owl, so there's double reason to hope. I love it, Derek. That's fantastic. Okay.
Yes.
So Nathan's last 10. Don't forget your Raven either, of course.
Oh yeah.
So many attacks.
Absolutely.
So many familiars and.
So Johnny, what do you do?
Not that my Raven can do much in way of attacking.
Yeah. Be slightly.
I think.
It has a beak attack.
1 hit point.
1 hit point.
Can't you deliver touch attacks through him?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can.
Oh, that's a bit nasty.
So that's handy.
Mm.
All right. How there are 3 of them in there, aren't there?
There are.
Yeah. Just trying to work out exactly. See, I've still got my flaming sphere. How long does a flaming sphere last?
I think it's like a minute.
Several rounds, longer than this battle's going to take.
And definitely until you stop concentrating on it.
Well, yeah.
You can move it around.
Well, I'm just thinking, I'm not sure on how indoors is John and his friends.
And my buddies.
Like, is a flaming sphere going to get in there?
You know what? Assume yes. Until Ben says
It's
no.
it's a wooden building, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
but it's wet wood, so
But
it
there's
won't
massive
burn
holes in
immediately.
the walls as well. Absolutely.
All right, so I'm going to just take my flaming sphere across to the other building, to that hobgoblin that's all on his own there in the corner.
Excellent. Just crash sort of generally in the wall, hopefully.
Yep.
Burn
Love it.
him.
I love it. Okay, good.
I think I can move it that far. I can move it 30 feet as a bonus action.
Okay.
That's about... What's that? I can't see the
That's
grids
perfect.
on this map, but...
Yeah. 1,
We
2,
just-
3, 4, 5, 6. Oh yeah, so it's not going to get all the way there, is it?
I'm going to get most of the way there.
Yeah, so let's just say you sort of toss it down, crashing through the roof of this structure above that third hobgoblin about to enter the room on your next turn. Awesome.
And
then-
then knocked down by the tower falling. Get extra momentum.
Where do I send my skeletons? Oh, there's no door up this side, is there? Is there? Can the skeletons climb in somewhere here?
There's a door. There's a big opening there. There's an opening there as well.
So,
You can't see where your mouse is then.
I'm
No,
not
I
really
moved the
sure
guy.
where there is.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I just moved. There's a door there and there's a door there, and they're all over here. Is
All
that
right.
updating fast enough? Yeah. Sorry, I moved it a
think
little
so.
bit too fast.
I think I kept up with that.
Yeah.
So how far can my skeletons... Can I send them in round the back?
That would take quite a... How fast do they move?
Oh, I don't know. I'm picking up their stats.
They're fast zombies, not zombies.
30 feet.
30 feet. Okay, well, they can start going there. So, 1, they climb out of the boat on difficult terrain. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so they're going to get there if, you know, hobbling along. Or they can just go straight in.
Yeah, I reckon we'll just that'll do.
Yep.
Get them organised.
Yep, so they start sort of shuffling their way into the room. Awesome.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, they're only going to get as far as that, I think.
All right. They're going to help you, John.
Yes.
As fast
That brings
as
up
they're
my
gonna
stand.
I need.
My
Is this-
stand, the tower is collapsing.
It is great. I'm going to leap out to try and catch a hold of Timotheus.
Excellent.
We're of course crying, "I am a tool for good," as I do so, and
I love it.
hopefully not muck up my dex roll. Here we go.
You wouldn't do that.
Oh, 8. Oh, 10. No, that's probably not good enough. I think I'm flailing unless I use my point of inspiration to try again.
Can I insert
Yes,
my...
I'm going to have a second grab
Uh-huh.
with my point of inspiration, and if that fails,
Are you
on
grabbing
a
him
2.
out middle air?
Oh!
I am falling. Timotheus, however, of course, sees me, and Timotheus is going to try and grab me with his claws, and he rolls a 20. So there you go.
Whoa.
So I flail, miss twice, and Timotheus just grabs me. I'm pretty much like Thorin in the claws of a giant eagle being carried.
Nice.
You know,
Nice.
all the way to the Misty Mountain. No, just part of the way. Like,
That's right. Yeah.
okay,
I'm gonna.
like 10 minutes, guys. 10 minutes more, we'd be there. No, apparently.
You're basically as you turn to exit the tower. Yeah, the floor starts to fall on the right hand side, and your scaly, clawy feet scrabble on the slick wood like a dog in a kitchen. And you only barely manage to hurl yourself over the handrail, and you're spinning through space downwards. But Timotheus, who happens to be in a perfectly positioned and of course is as agile as can be in the air, twists and picks you up in his claws.
Yes.
With loving firmness.
And without breaking a sweat.
Without breaking sweat, yeah.
He's
I'm
massive horse, so I don't
going to
even
insert
know
myself in here and grab Derek.
Which?
I'm
You're going to grab Derek, yes.
He's going to come and grab me.
Yes.
Excellent, good. So yeah, you swoop down with Trelara's owl.
Yep.
Excellent. You're just going to come thudding straight through. The owl grabs
through.
Derek in its claws as well.
Yeah, I'm going to grab Derek in my claws and anybody else.
Excellent. The owl can sort of fly, carrying 2 people, but not particularly brilliantly.
Yeah, so we're going to come in and land on the roof.
Oh.
So we're going to grab, swoop up, and land on the roof.
Yep. So you're going to sort of splash down into the water there, and next to
that's not the roof. So the roof that's above the room that's there. So the room full of the bad guys.
Just say that again. Sorry, you just cracked up.
The room. See, okay, the house where that red dot is.
Yep.
Go 4 steps to the right. On top of that roof, there's some roof there.
Over here?
We'll land it on top. Yeah. Yes, we're going to land on that roof.
On the roof.
Yes.
On the roof.
Awesome.
That is correct.
Okay, yeah. So it's not much of a roof. Not what one would traditionally be fairly happy with workmanship wise. It's taken its damage over the years, and yeah, you come crashing sort of landing-ish into that, and it pretty quickly starts to collapse underneath the feet and the weight of everyone, which is the intention.
Yeah, and then we
so
superhero land.
Nathan is breaking up for me a little bit. Is he breaking up for everybody else?
Yep.
Yeah, I couldn't really hear anything he said, but we're guessing that's what he said, so that's totally fine. John, that's you?
Yep.
Yep, since he inserted himself above you, that's fine. Yes, your character?
Is it me?
Yes.
All right, I've got the guy who's we're calling Toothless.
Yes.
So let's see if I can knock out the last 2 remaining teeth out of his mouth with a blow, and let's get him off solids. So I will bring my quarterstaff around again and knock out two more teeth.
Excellent, I love it. AC 18.
All right, so I definitely hit on my first one. I'm just calculating my second. No, I missed on my second.
Okay, good.
So I did only 6 points of damage.
Oh. You don't even manage to dislodge a tooth. He ducks down and you just smack it into the top of his head. You do hear a crack of cranial bone, though, so, there's that sort of thing as compensation. That brings... Is that everyone's had a turn? Oh, the monsters! Yes! They both attack you, John.
Yep.
This guy sees the undead coming in and rushes forward to the undead. So no, they don't both attack you. Ooh, 19 plus 3, 22 to hit the who's this at the very front, Johnny?
That'd be Doug.
Doug, 4 hit points damage on Doug.
Oh, yeah.
The other one, Toothless, attacks John in the order of 13. Is that enough to hit?
No, sorry.
No. Oh, excellent. And then this guy, hears the cracking coming above and steps forward and hefts his sword ready to attack whatever comes through.
It's going to be a giant block. The bell's going to fall on it.
Oh, that's super cool. Awesome. That brings up Derek. No, not Derek. Yes, no, Derek's first turn. Yep.
Yeah, I think that's me. Okay. So I'm on the roof, and can I Can I pound it and find a place to maybe
You don't
fall
even
through?
have to pound. Just stand there for a moment and you'll be downstairs in the nick of time.
All right, I come down facing this rather ugly.
Excellent. He
Bugbear.
swings his sword at you as you appear, but only in the order of 12, which is probably not enough, I'd say.
That's not. I twist out of the way of his blade.
Woohoo!
Do I get an attack? I
Of course
can.
you do. Absolutely.
All right, cool. I get a 15 plus a 8, so 23.
Yes. Well and truly. AC 18.
And I get an 11 points of damage to him.
Oof! Ouch. Okay, yeah. So you swing your weapon at him. Sorry, he swings his sword at you. You duck under gracefully, and then your weapon comes up, and he twists back awkwardly. You hear a crack of his back as it goes out of kink, and his armor lifts up, making him more vulnerable next time you have a turn against him.
Chiropractor will help you with that.
That's right. I'll help you. You won't be feeling any pain soon, Johnny.
All right. I'm going to move my flaming spear over.
Just crash it down through the hole.
Yep. So I think about here maybe.
Yep.
Oh, hang on. Oh no, here. Oh wait. Oh, except then John's going to be. You can duck out of the way, can't you, John?
Yeah, I'm
You'll be
super
alright.
dodgy.
I know.
Wow, that is harsh.
All right, so everyone within a 5 foot. So everyone surrounded by my. So that's all the baddies and John.
Reflex saves.
Yep. So it's Dex save 14.
Fail and fail. Fail.
I'm making one too, yeah?
Yeah.
Yep.
Sorry, John. I've got a staff
Yeah, I
of
made
healing
it.
I can use later. Cool.
Yeah.
So everyone
damage.
takes.
Just trying to think if I'm a monk, whether or not I don't take any damage on.
Yeah.
Oh,
you have
you have that.
evasion.
Yeah, maybe.
So 2d6. I rolled 4, so they all take 4 damage, and John takes 2, unless his monk means he doesn't take any.
2d6 with 4. Okay, that's good. 25. Okay, you can describe the demise of Toothless.
Oh.
No, he's not toothless. He's got teeth left.
He's had teeth. That's right. John was kind enough to leave them in his head.
Yeah,
at
that's
least-
for you,
at least
Johnny.
his death. That's
Yeah,
right.
Doug version 2, right?
So Toothless ignites, catches a light, and he starts running around like crazy, crashes his way out through the wall to his left, and dives into the water in a desperate attempt to put the fire out, but it's too late.
Oh.
Stop, drop, and roll.
Absolutely.
It doesn't look like I get a. If it was on my turn, I could get a dodge. It says, but yeah.
So you take two hit points of stamina.
Oh, 2. I thought it was 4.
It was 4 for them, but you made your save, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you only take half damage.
Awesome.
What about the guy who's squaring off against me? Does he?
Yeah, he took some
Yeah.
damage. Yeah, he failed his save. They all failed their saves.
Yeah.
And yeah, excellent. Okay. Okay, and then the undead. All your undead can attack now.
Yeah.
They
So
shuffle into the room.
bring
They
it.
shuffle in. I should get their stats up. Doug.
I suppose they can probably sort of do. I mean, strictly speaking, they can do this sort of thing.
Yeah.
Except then they're gonna get. That last one's gonna get burnt by the spear.
Yeah. Next turn. Yeah. You want him to stay back then?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. He thinks very tactically. He's been dead before and he doesn't want to do it
Well,
again.
he's got a short bow, so he can just make a range.
Well, he's got skin, so he doesn't want to burn it all off because then
Yes,
Yes,
he's
skinny
that's
face at the back.
Yeah.
Skinny
He
Pete.
doesn't want to go
It'll be-
too hard because he's got skin in the game.
Peter and Peter. Be like, wait, what? Wasn't one of you Skinny Pete? Yeah, flaming spear. From Dad's flaming spear. It's like a barbecue accident with our father.
All right.
I love it.
So Doug rolled a 19 plus
That's a hit.
4 is 23. That's going to be a hit.
A hit. Yep.
Oh, Doug.
So that's 1d6 plus 5, which is 10.
Oh. Okay.
And then Pete rolled a natural 20.
Oh wow!
Nice.
Because he's Pete. That's what he does. So what do? Roll double damage?
Roll double dice, and then you just add one single bonus. Any numerical bonuses are not double.
Roll 2 6s.
Oh my god!
So that's 12 plus 5 being 17 damage.
Hey,
That kills Lefty.
machine.
Describe the demise. Wow.
Oh dear.
From now on, we're going to call him Double Damage Pete.
Yeah, that's right.
That's
Well,
phenomenal.
Dead as well.
Cool.
That's fantastic.
Is he going to make a? Is he going to make a necklace
From
of
his
teeth?
sword.
Oh, a necklace of teeth.
Critical Pete.
Wow.
Critical Pete. That's what
Critical
we're calling
Pete.
him.
Oh, I love it.
Critical Pete.
That's all you get to do, unless you want to move or something.
I moved a little bit last time. I didn't bother telling you, but you know.
Okay, good.
I think. Yeah,
Oh,
I think.
jeez.
Whoa, we're in
Sorry.
space.
We've got a cyclone.
Sorry, is it gone back?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, it has.
We're in space. Space, the final dietier.
Oh my god, what did I do, Nathan?
Go and fix it.
I like it.
Yeah, I get a real sense of the
Hang on,
combat.
I think I can fix. There you go. Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
No.
Oh no.
I think that's John's fog spell that you wouldn't let him cast last time.
Hang on, let me just.
I think I got it.
Yeah,
No?
Yeah, no, it looks good.
Okay, you guys sort that out.
Oh.
That brings up
Oh, that looks good.
Oh, I love the word battle.
who hasn't had a turn yet.
It's up to me, I think.
John, your turn.
All right, I'm gonna attack the largest worm.
There we go. Yay!
Oh, that's
well done, Derek.
disappointing. So, is the place currently on fire?
It's too wet to be on fire. The water's virtually lapping at the underfloors, and yeah, there's so much black mold growing up the walls that it's just crisping up a little bit and going slightly grey.
All right, I
On
might
fire, I wouldn't
pop
call
an antihistamine then.
Yes.
And
Oh
then,
my god.
Yeah,
Sorry,
I'd be
trigger
worried
warning.
about breathing in those spores, but I guess there's really only one enemy left,
Mm-hmm.
isn't there? So, what's the red dot?
That's a flaming sphere.
Okay, I probably don't want to go near that, but
Don't need to turn standing next to it.
yeah, I might move around it, and then go and attack the final hobgoblin.
Sure.
No, so do you want to move your mini, or do you want me to do it?
I don't even know what program you're on currently.
Aha. Good. So you can probably run all the way over here if you want.
Sure.
Excellent.
And then I'll
Pass.
whack it twice with my quarterstaff, taking the legs out from underneath it and knocking out its foot teeth. I think they're called toenails.
Claws for a hobgoblin.
Claws. Yeah. I knew it was something. I think I missed on both accounts.
AC
Yeah.
18.
Yeah, no, I missed.
Oh no, so sad.
Oh, it's okay. It was a long run.
It
So
was.
it's fine.
Excellent, Nathan.
So I'm going to jump down.
Yes.
Wait, are we in D&D Beyond? Is that what we're in?
No, I'll send you the link. It's just a little.
The map's in the chat.
The map's
It's
in the
a
chat. It's
Skype
called
chat.
So I'll jump to that.
And then it's just a Google
It's called test map.
thing. Yeah, a Google presentation or whatever.
Still called test map.
Still,
We tested it,
Google
it
test
worked.
map. That's right.
Don't. If
So
it,
Nathan
if it,
appears downstairs with
I'm
the
gonna get
general
downstairs.
assistance of softwood and gravity.
yes. So I'm going to go upstairs and whisper to the owl to attack any goblins that are in the area around us and protect the area.
Yes.
And then I'm going to look and I'm going to pull my my short bow out. I'm going to take a fire.
So you come crashing through. The owl's sort of scrabbling in the air,
And I
you
whisper
come
something in
landing
Elvish to
on
the owl.
floor, and you sort of shout that at the owl.
I
Attack.
whisper. Elves don't shout. We're much better than that.
Yeah, I don't think a whisper is going to be heard
Yeah.
so much.
But an Elvish magical whisper.
It's
Is there a spell you can cast?
I've got a yes.
You have message, do you?
Yeah, message. I'm going to message the owl, and I've also got So I'll cast that, and that'll be my turn to patrol the area.
Excellent. Okay, that sounds good.
Cool.
I too am patrolling the area on Timotheus, looking heroic and toolish.
Like a tool for good?
I'm looking like a tool for good, looking around.
Or just a general tool?
No, tool for good. Always a tool for good. Never a tool for anything else. What do I see? What do I see?
What do you see?
What do your Dragonborn eyes seize?
What do my Dragonborn eyes tell me? Because apparently they can speak, which is a bit freaky, really.
So off in the distance, poking out of the water, there's only a few spread out roofs that are tall enough to break the surface of water, especially at this current high tide. But there is one major building, probably what was once a beautiful building. It's got lots of stonework and things like that, lots of rotted roof and everything like that.
Yep.
But you see appearing on the roof a distinctive sheen, black and scaly, of a sort of teenage black dragon.
Are there pimples on it?
It's just not so big to be like a fully adult or something. It's probably about maybe twice as long as a human.
It talks back a lot.
When it roars, it kind of has a testy blowout.
It talks back a lot.
Yeah.
It gets moody and
You can
goes
see
back to its horn.
it's there just it kind of crawls up through the beams and things like that of the semi-destroyed roof of the Rest Town Hall, you presume.
Mm-hmm.
And it's standing there and just flexing out its wings into the free space and flexing its shoulders, and it's roaring sort of down into the town hall.
What's it saying?
You don't know me. I'm thinking original thoughts.
Just Dragon. Yes, I do.
You speak Draconic?
Yes.
It's saying, come quick. Flesh.
Ooh. Right.
Flesh, was it?
Flesh.
Oh, quick. Okay.
That is quite a lot of observation. Do you want to do anything? Probably just
no, I
hovering, are you?
Just observe. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. Good.
I'll process.
That's right. Yes, there's something coming that's nasty and black.
Yeah, there were more than two sentences he has to process for a second.
That's right. I'm like completely out of order now. Who just had to go before Murray?
It was Jaw.
That was Nathan. That's right.
Oh.
Menu. Jaw. Who feels like they deserve a turn? Okay. Okay, Nathan. Okay, good. So let's say we're back to the top of the order, which means it's Derek's turn. Does anyone feel like they missed out?
Black dragons
Does
are
Goblin
obviously
get a chance
evil.
to have a go?
Yes, black dragons are evil.
Rub the skeletons.
I'm going to stab this guy just to kind of clear the room.
Excellent.
And I get an 18. And
what you need to hit.
All right. And I get an 8 plus 5, is it? 8 plus 8, 16.
16 hit points of damage.
Yeah.
Ooh. Wow, yeah, you well and truly sort of run your blade into his... What weapon are you using?
The rapier.
A rapier, yeah, you just bury this rapier into his guts. And unless something worse happens to him in the very near future, he's going to die of a painful septic wound slowly over the next 6 to 8 weeks.
I look deeply into his eyes over the next 6 to 8 weeks and watch the light fade out of his eyes.
We're literally staying here for like 2 months watching him, are we? Just to really let him know who's boss.
Johnny.
I mean, there's no one else here now, is there?
Vagrant. He's still alive, this goblin.
Oh.
He shouldn't have been deleted.
He's been deleted. I just assumed he's gone.
Okay. Good. I don't know how I can fix that. Just imagine he's still standing there.
Alright. I mean, he's nearly dead, isn't he?
He's nearly dead, yes. He's
He's
still the only
within
person within 5 feet of this
5
sphere.
feet of my sphere, so I don't even have to move my sphere.
No. Go for it. He needs to make a dex save?
He does.
Oh, he fails it badly.
Alright, he takes... What was it? 2D... I can't
2d6.
remember. I don't have the stats in front of me anymore. Isn't that silly? 2d6 which is 9.
9 hit points
Better roll
damage.
than last time.
That's one more than what he has left. So he sinks to his knees as he's toasted on the back of his neck. His hair catches on fire, and there's a sickening smell of sort of toenails and all sorts of other bits of hobgoblin fills the room.
Yeah, that's not a good smell.
That's right. Yes, and that's the end of action in this space. So,
how far away is the black dragon?
the black dragon is. Let me just bring up my map of the rest.
Because I don't think there's going to be any real rest between this action and the next one.
It's about 1,000, say 700 feet.
Okay.
Of rest.
I land on the remains of the roof whilst Timotheus hovers and yell down that there's a black dragon about 700 feet away, coming with friends. And whilst doing that, no, 700 feet. I'll wait.
What about our friends?
What are we doing here again?
So you came to
Phylactery?
okay, so to fetch the phylactery.
Phylactery.
Yeah.
It is in one of these buildings, presumably not this one, and presumably the big.
I think it's in the town hall.
Well,
The one where the dragon is, right?
Yeah,
The
I think so.
Yeah, cool.
As
And
a
we
tool-
need and it's above water, isn't it? It's
As a tool for good, who has previously been a tool for good, I cast locate object on the phylactery, which tells me if it's within 1,000 feet of me.
Wow, I like. What level spell is that?
That is a level 2 spell.
Level 2 spell. Excellent. So if it's within 300 feet of you.
1,000 feet.
1,000 feet of you. And
Describe the name of an object. You sense the direction of the object's location as long as that object is within 1,000 feet of you. If the object is in motion, you know the direction of its movement. It can locate a specific object as long as you have seen it up close. But if I know what it is, I can tell where it is.
Fantastic.
Yes.
If nothing
It's what I
else,
use to find the tool for good.
The phylactery is absolutely and totally in the rest town hall.
Oh, wow.
Where the
Is
dragon
it above water or is it underwater?
So the water at this point is generally about 20 feet deep. It looks like maybe the whole first level of the town hall is beneath water.
So we need a submarine.
Weird technology that you
Was
spoke
I
of last time.
right? Are those elves wrong? Is I guess what I'm trying to work out.
Well, don't we have a potion of water breathing or something like that?
You do.
Yeah.
That's right.
Somebody has.
So have
one.
you all gathered inside this room? Is that what you've done? You sort of walked through and
I'm sort of hovering above the roof, yelling at us all down.
yeah, it's over there in the town hall kind of thing. Excellent.
The phylactery is in the town hall.
So at
There
that
is
point,
something between us and the town hall, though. So I think we need to figure out how we're going to deal with this black dragon.
What
at that
about the
point,
owls?
you see crawling out into the roof space of the town hall menu. And that looks like maybe it's a fairly long way, obviously, but with your excellent eyesight, your draconic eyesight, a spikily armored, possibly a hobgoblin of sort of frightening size, clambers up onto the back of the black dragon,
Ooh.
who then flaps its wings and slowly takes off, sort of in a semi-vertical takeoff, does a bit of a loop and starts to try and find some altitude. And at that, we shall take a brief break and come back very, very shortly.
Boys!
You've survived thus far.
Well,
See you soon.
is it really surviving? Anyway, all right. See you in a sec, guys.